And welcome to V2B Academy, and I welcome you all to the class on mapping series. So this is class number 3 of mapping series. So let's start the video without any further delay. So we have started South America mapping. I have told you largest to smallest continents by land area. So first is Asia, second is Africa, third is North America, fourth is South America, fifth is Antarctica, sixth is Europe, and seventh one is Australia. This is according to the land area, largest to the smallest one. Then I've told you Arctic Ocean and Atlantic Ocean and Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean and Southern Ocean in this way. So and I have reminded you and I've noted you that okay, I've gave you a note that this is called as Southern Ocean and not Atlantic Ocean. Okay, most of the people think it is an Atlantic Ocean. So then we in the first class we have studied about the different locations, right? Different locations of different countries. So I'm revising it all of them once again. Okay. So we have started with French Guiana. So after French Guiana, like French Guiana's capital is Caen. In French Guiana, there is an important place called as Kourou or Ariane Rocket Launching Station. So this belongs to France. Second one is Suriname, whose capital is Paramaribo. Okay, I've told you Param is a man, is the name of a man who is standing between Guyana and French Guiana. So Guyana's capital is Georgetown, and Guyana and French Guiana are not bordering each other. So these are the first three countries that we have read about. Third one, a fourth country is Venezuela. Okay, I've told you van and car. Venezuela capital is Caracas. And there is an important port which is located in Venezuela that is called as Maracaibo. Maracaibo is an oil port that you have to remember. Next one is Colombia. Colombia's capital is Bogota. And Colombia is the only country, the speciality of the Colombia is the only country of South America which is bordering two oceans, that is Atlantic Ocean and also the Pacific Ocean. Okay. And next we have read about Ecuador. Ecuador's capital is Quito and not Kyoto. Kyoto is in Japan. This is something which I have emphasized in the first class as well. So and in the Pacific Ocean there is a Galapagos island near to Ecuador and it belongs to Ecuador only. Okay. And I have told you that Equator passes through three countries. One is Ecuador, one is Colombia, and another one is Brazil. And next country is Peru. Peru is famous for phosphate and nitrates, and Peru's capital is Lima. Right. And also Nazca Plate is located in the Pacific Ocean, and Nazca Plate is nearer to the Peru. This is something which you have to remember. After Peru, I have discussed about a long country, okay, a thin and a long country, that is Chile. Chile's capital is Santiago. Santiago is Chile's capital. And in Chile, there are different places that you have to actually remember. So in the northwest point of the Chile, there is a place called Arica. Arica is the driest place. And in the mid of the Chile, there is a place called Chuquicamata. Chuquicamata is also called as copper town. It's the largest copper town. Okay. And in the Pacific Ocean near to the Chile, there is an island which is called as Easter Island. Easter Islands belong to Chile only. And also, this Arica is famous for mining of phosphate and silicate. So, where is Arica located? I have told. In the northernmost part of the Chile, there is a location named Arica, which is the driest place. Right. So, we have completed everything in the last class only. And it also consists of Cape Horn. In the southernmost point, there is a Cape Horn. Okay. In the South Pacific Ocean, you can see an island here that is called as Falkland Island and it belongs to UK. This Falkland Island belongs to UK. Okay. And now we have seen a country named Argentina. Argentina's capital is Buenos Aires. Okay. Argentina's capital is Buenos Aires. And here it is Bolivia. Bolivia's capital is La Paz. La Paz is the world's highest capital. And Bolivia contains the second capital also, which is called as Sucre. Sucre is the judicial capital of Bolivia. And Lithium Triangle consists of three countries that are called as ABC countries. Okay, A is Argentina, B is Bolivia, C is Chile. Okay, in mid of that, there is a triangle which is famous for the lithium reserves. That is Lithium Triangle. And next we have seen a country named as Uruguay and another one is Paraguay, and both are not bordering with each other. So both are rhyming the same. Okay, they are having a rhyming words. However, they are not both. They both are not bordering each other. There is a country called Brazil which is in between Paraguay and Uruguay. Uruguay's capital is Montevideo, and Paraguay's capital is Asuncion. Okay, so all of this is something which we have seen in the last two classes. So if you haven't seen the last two classes, please kindly watch them and come back to this video. I'm just revising the things before getting to the new things in this particular video. I'm revising what we have learned in the last class. That's it. And the last one is Brazil. Brazil is something which we have seen. And from this particular area, from this South America, there is another latitude that is passing through the South America, that is called as Tropic of Capricorn. Okay. Tropic of Capricorn passes through which all countries? So it passes through Chile, it passes through Argentina, it passes through Argentina, Brazil and Paraguay. Okay, it is not passing through Uruguay, it is only passing through Paraguay and then Brazil. So Brazil is the country which is passing through latitudes. One latitude is equator, another one is Tropic of Capricorn. And in Brazil, near to the Tropic of Capricorn, we have a place name called as Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo is passing through this Tropic of Capricorn. So, and this is famous for coffee. This is a coffee port, so which is also known as Fazenda. And to the south of it, there is a place called Santos. Santos is also a port which is famous for coffee. And to the north of Sao Paulo, there is a place named Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro is also a port. So here we will see a beach named Copacabana. Copacabana beach is very famous over here. Okay, these are the three important places. And in the north, there is a place called Carajás, which is also an iron ore. Carajás is an iron ore. Okay, that is also in Brazil. Okay, I hope you have understood. And in South America, there are two countries which doesn't share border with Brazil. That is, one is Chile and another one is Ecuador. Except these two countries, all other countries will have a border with Chile. Will have a border with Brazil. Okay. So I hope you have understood. So French Guiana. So this is French Guiana. This is Suriname, and this is Guyana. This is Venezuela. And this is Colombia, Ecuador. Ecuador is not sharing border with Brazil. And then we have seen a country named Peru, then Chile, Argentina, then Bolivia, then Paraguay, Uruguay and Brazil. So Brazil is the biggest country by area in South America. And Brazil is a country through which two latitudes are passing. One is equator and one is Tropic of Capricorn. Okay. I hope you have understood. And I have spoken about lot of important places like Lithium Triangle. Lithium Triangle is over here. So it is bordering three countries. Okay, you can remember it as ABC, Argentina, Bolivia and Chile. Okay. And then we have seen some of the important places like from the Tropic of Capricorn, there is a place named Sao Paulo, which is an important coffee port. Okay. So it is also called as Fazendas. And to the north of it, and there is a Rio de Janeiro. And also to the south of it, we have seen Santos, which is also a coffee port. Rio de Janeiro is famous for, okay, Copacabana beach. And here it is a place named Carajás. Carajás is important for iron ore. Okay, in this way we have seen lot of locations. Now let's see, in this class we are only seeing about lakes. Okay, I'm hoping that you have revised the last class and you have come to today's class. In today's class we are going to see lakes of South America. Okay. So these are the countries that you know, right? This is French Guiana, this is Guyana, this is Suriname. After that, this is Venezuela, which is almost like a V. And in Venezuela, we have seen a oil port which is known as Maracaibo. With the same name, there is a lake that is also called as Lake Maracaibo. Lake Maracaibo is the largest lake of South America. It is the largest lake of South America. And Maracaibo is the Earth's lightning capital. Maracaibo is called as Earth's lightning capital. Remember, there is a lake Maracaibo in Venezuela. Okay, this is the largest lake of South America. Remember this fact. This is the largest lake of South America. And it is known as Earth's lightning capital because lot of lightning activity is placing in this particular place. Okay, it is taking place in this particular place. Next, so we know this is a country called Peru, this is country called Bolivia. In the border of these two countries, there is a lake named Lake Titicaca. There is a lake named Titicaca. This is a highest navigable lake. Okay, this is the highest lake and also the highest navigable lake. Okay, remember that this is the highest navigable lake. It is in the border of Bolivia and Peru. Okay, in Bolivia itself we have another lake which is called as Popo Lake. So this Popo Lake will often be in news because it is getting drying up. It is getting dried up. So Bolivia contains two lakes. One is Popo Lake, which is getting dried up, and one is Titicaca Lake, which is the highest navigable lake, which is also bordering Peru. Okay, these are the four important lakes from this particular area. And the last important lake is Lake Lagoa dos Patos. Okay, Lagoa dos Patos is a lake that is there in Brazil. This is the largest lagoon lake of Brazil. This is the largest lagoon lake of Brazil. So these are the different important lakes that are there in South America. I'll repeat all of them once again. So Maracaibo Lake is known for its lightning. It is called as lightning capital. Okay, and Maracaibo Lake is there in Venezuela. Okay, this is important for the oil port. We have seen in the last classes. This is important for oil, and it's Earth's lightning capital. Next one is Titicaca. Titicaca is the highest navigable lake. It is in the border of Bolivia and Peru. And then we have seen Popo Lake. Popo Lake is getting dried up. It is there in Bolivia. And Lake Patos or Lago das Patos. So whatever maybe you can call it as. So you can call it as Lake Patos also. It is there in Brazil. This is largest lagoon lake of Brazil. Okay, of Brazil, which is the largest lagoon lake? It is Lake Patos. Lake Patos. So let's locate all of them once again. In Venezuela, we have Lake Maracaibo. This is the lightning capital of the world. Okay, this is also famous for oil port. And in the border of Peru and Bolivia, you have something called as Lake Titicaca. Lake Titicaca is the highest navigable lake. And then we have seen Lake Popo, which is getting dried up, which is there in Bolivia. And next Lake Patos, that is there in Brazil. This is the largest lagoon lake of the Brazil. Okay, these are the four important lakes and locations that we learnt in today's class. In next class, we'll be seeing the mountains and hills of South America. Important mountains and important hills of South America. So before coming to next class, try to revise this particular map, that is locations, that is the political map. Okay, the countries of South America is something which you have to remember, along with the important places like Galapagos Island, Nazca Plate. Where is Nazca Plate located? Copacabana Beach, Caracas. So all of these locations are something which you have to revise, along with the four important lakes of the South America. Come back to next class by revising it and share it with your friends. Okay, share these videos with your friends so that we'll have the motivation to come up with more videos. These videos and these initiatives will be continued only if you give proper likes and also if you give your proper feedback. If you are engaging only, then only we'll have that interest to make more and more content, free content for you. Okay, please subscribe and please hit the like button if you liked it, and also please share it with your fellow aspirants so that they'll also get this information for free. Okay, so thank you everyone. Keep smiling. Bye bye and all the best.